What up, penophiles? It's me, Intern Tom, delayed by nearly 3 months to publish a video. Yeah, I know Pi Day was a while ago, but let's not dwell on the calendars when we could be dwelling on ink capacity. So like today we'll be showing how many digits of pi I can write using the, hold on, I just had it here. The Papermate Profile ballpoint bold 1.4 millimeter pen. And spoiler alert, the amount of numbers I write is enough to calculate the circumference of the circle. And just don't you dare skip to the end to find out what the numbers or how many numbers I really write, because I got to earn the viewership scores so that I can finally make some ad revenue that this broke ass nonprofit can't make. And I'm like their only hope. So buckle up, throw your expectations in the recycling bin, and enjoy this beautifully flawed journey of numbers, ink, and a complete lack of accountability. Okay. Now we've gotten the formalities over. Before the YouTube detectives start combing through my video like it's a Da Vinci Code, written by a sleep-deprived raccoon, let me just say yes, the footage is bad. Like, security camera of a UFO landing in a Bigfoot convention bad. At some points, it devolves into what I can only describe as a CVS printer slowly dying as it prints your coupon receipt. And honestly, at certain points, it starts to really resemble a Zapruder film. It's grainy, it's shaky, and you're not really quite sure what you're supposed to be looking at. So, if someone were told me that they saw a second shooter behind the grassy knoll of my filing cabinet, I wouldn't even argue because it is that bad. The footage is now like historical evidence of how not to film a pen test. And the real mystery isn't how many digits of pi I wrote, it's actually what dimension the focus setting was locked into the whole time. And spoiler alert, it was on autofocus. So, additionally, I also probably miscounted, maybe by a few numbers, like maybe a few hundred, some might say a few thousand or two, but who's to say? Don't count it yourself, it's a waste of time. And it was a waste of time for me because I refused to spend more than 7 hours it took me to run out of ink to then have to hand count all the numbers on the page. I wrote until the ink stopped. Like that's the test. I'm not supposed to let you know how many numbers I wrote. You can figure that out on your own or rely on my miscounting. Like the test is raw, it's real, and it's deeply flawed, like a mid-season CBS original that gets canceled right before the finale. Oh, and I don't want to hear about how I wrote the same numbers twice. Like, it's not like, oops, similar handwriting, but I straight up duplicated a page like a glitching NPC in a math-themed horror game. Well, and you might say, why would he do this? And it's just like, well, because my brain gave out halfway through and autopiloted me into a feedback loop. I had to get through it somehow without going cross-eyed. And I thought basically drawing lines was monotonous, but writing the same numbers in basically a random order while trying to make sure I respect the work that a neck-bearded dork put into calculating the correct numbers for me was accurate was like the least I could do for that man or woman. Also, I don't want to see any comments be like, hey, Tom, I think you skipped a number, or hey, Intern Tom, why is your pi sequence suddenly looking like the infinite monkey theorem and more like my social security number and credit card number and CVC number, and why am I now getting credit score dings? Like, I know, I read the same Bible code as you. I just don't care enough to remove your alleged PII in my video. My boss already sat me down and gave me the quality standards talk, which is ironic considering he gave me a $7 pen and a stack of discounter printer paper from 2004. Like, what exactly are his expectations? I think they blew the budget on the camera that they gave me for the quarter. And let's talk about time commitment. Like, this took me 7 hours. You aren't supposed to find that now, but when you finish the video. But it took me 7 hours of hand cramping, smudge numbers, and existential dread. And now you want me to go back and count each digit? Like, absolutely not. I refuse to sacrifice any more of my life force for this monotonous project. And so yes, this whole thing is being sped up by 6,000% as opposed to the regular 1,500%. Why? 2 reasons. One, no one, and I mean no one, wants to watch someone write digits of pi for 20 minutes unless you're some kind of like ASMR masochist. And 2, I basically and emotionally and spiritually cannot talk about pens for 20 minutes straight or go on a diatribe for that long. Like, it's already been 49 seconds or 4 minutes and it's moving too fast. 4 minutes and 36 seconds. And you'd have to see a man unravel on screen. And frankly, I don't have enough money from only buying ramen to afford therapy. So I thought speeding up would be like that YouTube video where it's the entire B movie, but every time someone says B, it gets faster, and you kind of make out every frame during the last 10 seconds of it, but but my version like just looks like it's stuttering through a page and basically skipping all the best parts. So anyways, enjoy the vid, and what else should I waste my time on? Like, leave a comment below and share with your friends and coworkers as a prank.